What? Do. Ouais, pas de là. D'accord. Хитрая генерация. Да? Scrap pickup. Take go. Dobra. Сега ще видим. Вау, проверявам кинефите. Добре.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
О. О! Малко хелта. Strength добре за сега. Close combat range. Close combat. Crush. Значи, така. Такъв, да? Вземем после ще слагаме.
Look, an emergency box from the Wandsworth. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Не. Е?
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed. Under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including humans.
Да.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
O, малко ток му ударя. Чакай сега. Едно, две, три, четири, пет, шест.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Жестко. Ничего, мацини.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go.
İsmi inженерия ли? Война.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Don't stop pounding that one. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Как ги разхвърли?
He wants to thank you for taking his side
Wanya,
against
wanya,
the
wanya,
scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Красиво. доста. Какъвто е обезен.
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Как?
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Пяу, пяу.
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. That's not true. She's the reason there's still unity, and the only one strong enough to keep the 6 Wang Fu disciples.
Come, Reaper.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
Come, Reaper.
Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and our lineage.
不更高。
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Какая разница? Как сюда? Два карта.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Symbols are found location. Okay. And place waypoint. You can fast travel. Aha, fast travel to. Dobra. Many them in the map. Aha. Fast travel. Dobra. Yeah.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Fairy tale.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Как бомбишь-то? Side point. Side point. One point. Genuine powers of the same color as Aha. Добре. Аури, Маури.
There's out of date again. She must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by
Jagni
wiping out
fortress.
the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the world eaters bring down the tree of life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Zo, zo pipa pipu. Добре, добре. Гоши, айде да отбием те. Да, там са.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Дет на голямото животно там. Там е... добре. Първо тук.
It's a bridge. Just get over it.
Те там се изтрепаха. Чакай. System. Settings. Видео. Brightness ли? Малко ми е тъмна. Нещо такова трябваше да е. Да. По-добре. Разбия. Кой трябва бия? Те нинджичи. Давай, аз съм бил голям нинджа. Кака ръце, направо. Така. Мане. Уф. Добре. Норд. Отиваме на север, да.
They've destroyed this area,
Западно.
muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem.
Щом има waypoint.
Let's see.
Fast travel. Тук трябва да е fast travel. Сега да влезем.
Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. He can see you're a free spirit, so he'll let you in. the Sifu is always interested in meeting someone open to joining their cause.
Je.
Zata is de muito tloho.
Vidiš to lekko?
Kariesne stace. Paro, ja put
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it was based on unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Says there is some darkness in the best of us, even you, and suggests you embrace that side of you and help them vanquish the tribes and let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life. He had a feeling you'd say that. You're not sinister enough to be a Jagni. That big heart of yours makes you weak. He'll give you a chance to change your mind before you leave and asks you to reconsider. Otherwise, you'll be seen as a rival. Then so be it. He wants you to know that they'll show no mercy at the end of this war, and offers you a last chance to come back and join when you realize you've picked the wrong side. And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Myriad's Stone Fort before word gets out that you've chosen not to side with them. He disagrees, and the day you meet again, you'll understand why. It's time to say goodbye for now, and if it's not the kind of goodbye that lasts forever, then the next will mean the end for you.
No и яко. Поемаш собствен път, си взимаш решение какво да се случи. Яко. Косите! Ого. Който е? What the fuck? Някакво Данди Кенди. Някаква бомбънка. А това си помня живота. Да. Да.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially. Deformed and unfurred.
О, чакай, това не го видях, това не го видях. Shit. Ah.
Smock.
Click, click, click, click. Малко го поизчатках и това. Ето какво има. Само хилт събирам тук. Да, дигнах левел. Чакай. Левел. Виталити имаме. Пак демидж. Виталити. Чилите. Защото харизма. Критика шанс, лют шанс. Лук е интересно, да. Mutation will go to the mutation tab to unlock psi power build. Break your resistance begin. Така, имаме 2 на 2. Баланс. Балансиран съм за сега. Добре. Close Combat Range Basic Range. Blink. Blaze. Ще има един Blaze. Така. Бъджена кръгча. Добре. Върнем се. Не. Резисти. Към тия. Антихит. И антихит също ще сме. Антихит. Радиация. Малко за така. Супер. Да, отивам. Нека дигнеш левел и да 1000 работи. Опа. Откъде ще съм на? Заклещих ли се? Другия кампус, кой искат?
Let's see.
Вау. О, красива е игричката. Да? Къде отида там? Допълвам?
Let's see.
Аз активирах нещо друго. О, боже, боже, Красимир, връщай обратно. От тука? Да. Не от тук. От тук? Не от тук. От тук има ли нещо скрито? Едва ли. Да, да, да. Да.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Как го препика. Маркираме точката. Браво.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Says goodbye to you. Says they're cautious of... Wonders why the Sifu would want to see you, but he'll let you in and give it a try.
Simi? Lapanen akin kanman. Karat na falo hutut. Mustugay la wood.
Ja još ti idem čupat.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for it. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, the Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their fate. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Някаква пещера има там.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
Şapka. Şapka. Şapka. Не знам за кome тая енергия регенерация, ама. Но тук да, нищо. Да, та се хубава. Добре.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better time to do what needs to be done than right now.
Сообщим да плаваме.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice, lots of practice. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. She'll see you at the village square.
Lanamunt.
She'll be waiting for you. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Stabilna bugalka. O. Гьостерица. Мания да запукаш някой. Определено. С тия болци от страни, като се реже, трепиш.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
kodo.
That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
Ese jedzą. No, sekunda. O! Защо е?
They look determined. Better watch out.
Но ще искат да ме бият.
He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it.
Famamuni esa masani lava ona.
There's no way they'll let you pass.
Ansiri niore kiti.
He wants to know who you think you are.
Ea etetifaga. Saluto.
He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you.
Jeszcze boja. Ciągnę. A. Вземи пръчката.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? If confidence is silent and insecurity is loud, she thinks you're absolutely right. The most important thing is that you're okay.
Взехам тоягата. Искам си пръчката, не?
Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He'll leave the quick part to you. You're the martial artist, after all. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious to see what you've found. He's gathered so much over the years, and it's hard to remember everything. Nothing's wrong with his memory. It's just short. He says it's about time you learned how, and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Boom, bam, bam, bam, boom.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a good student. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Скакалеца, скакалеца. Ой, ненормалник.
Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. You should think of it as watching over you when she can't. Everything ends, both good and bad. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Opa.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Should have gone for a bigger size. Nice pants. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose. fresh out of key energy.
E?
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there. You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete them. From this point on, the myriad is unbroken. Better not keep the crusaders waiting.
Oh.
Look, an emergency box. Wow. Bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Bleh.
A new day's here. Might not be so many left. You the Prowler. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? It feels like an ancient dungeon down here. That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Well, small ones. Places like this were cheap back in those days, and there was plenty of space. Get done with one place, you just build another. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
We're here.
This might be the end of everything as we know it. Let's see. Never. You need to get the pegs lined up to get the clothes soaker rolling. You really put a spin on it. This day is as good as it's going to get. The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. That's a Jagni tribe outpost. What a wonderful day!
Сега трябва да се върна от началото ли? Да. Чакай, то имах такова. Имах ли? Да пак като същата работа.
Lemakul, pigeon.
Says if you like to go out on the surf, you should find Goop.
Tigadreke.
Seems surprised you have to go.
Колко ги нагъзих?
There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery, when day can become night, and the other way around.
Hmm. По-бързо ще се движим с 5%.
Complains that some are just holed up and waiting for the tree of life to topple over. Their pal Gulp built a floating raft with a bar in it. He just sits there all day getting blitzed on radium syrup. Claims it's radioactive booze, makes you all tingly. Believes Gulp's bar is in the part of the goo shore called the Surfipelago. It has the best surfing around. Look for the waves. And when you're done surfing the goo, join Gulp for a drink. Says Gulp's always a good bar buddy. The sun is high. Rito and his bandits make camp here. Take care. Need to be taking care of business. Welcome to the Surfipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo.
Yeah.
You're poking around Hockbur, a prime village. says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe that's been terrorizing their village. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues. As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village to its knees already. That's what they call the blight that's been haunting the land since the old world ended in the apocalypse around here. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. They need your protection and help to restore their village. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Says your toy bot looks like it needs lots of sparks. Says it's a shame that Jagni can't see what Myriad sees, a world worth saving. Wishes you goodbye. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Says you were like a rock as a kid, and you're even more that way now. Understands you have things to do. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. They need your protection and help to restore their village. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Reflects that you're a decent friend in a dim spot, helping the Myriad tribe to brighten the world. Tells you to enjoy the day and the night in equal measure. So, says you covered the important things already. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Wants to know if they could help a pure-blood Myriad like you find... Tells you that everyone that's taking everything for themselves hopes to see you again soon. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. So, says you covered the important... You can see the horizon now.
Как се удави? Как се удави?
Figures most maybe don't have a good reason to get up, what with the world ending and all. They have a pal who needs help waking up their whole crew, though. Not sure why they're having so much trouble, but it's a real problem. Hope they're okay. Figures there's nothing you can't do. At least so far, right? Says to head out that way, and you should find the friend. They can show you the sleepers. You might have to do more than shout at them. They're down hard. Without your help, though, they'll probably sleep themselves dead. Says that seems about right.
Oh. Siamo zaspa.
Says if we want to survive longer, you need to be stronger. What's the point in working out when you're all going to die? The stronger you are, the longer we'll last. Says they're heavy things to lift to make lifting heavy things easier later. Says they spotted some guns flexers. Might be good. All you have to do is find them and lift them. Nothing like exercise to get you in shape. Thinks you're strong already. Offers you extraordinary prices for extraordinary things. Says you came to the right place. They only stock products of the finest quality.
Камерата ми край... Къде може? Чакай сега. Така. А, kto pobia.
The tree needs our help. Has plenty to do, so no worries.
Няма успея, а? Плавай! А, енергията! Айде, отдавих му се. Приплувахме. Той не се отдави.
This is a quarrel spot. So many wars have been fought over this patch of dirt and waste. Ready to roll? Day is calling.
Това са от моите хора, виж ги как се облякам. Голямо звер с голямо качулка. Коси! Фания! Къде влее в бъгаво нещо във водата? Виж къде отиде птицата, взе да се бърка. Пълна глупост. Боже.
Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Needs a logical reason to reveal the secret. Says it's hard to keep a secret from someone as smart as you. Might as well tell you where the place is, as you'll figure it out eventually. Wonders if the daylight might make you do better things. Or does the night flip you that way instead? Has plenty to do, so no worries.
от другата страна той. Добре.
You can make so many amazing things out of wood scrap.
Level 7. Ако се приспавам.
Tread soft. That's a monster nest, if ever I've seen one. Hey, there's some rubber scrap over there, just right for the taking. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a...
Аз тя толкова. Лека.